2, 1.
December 14th, 2024. I'm buzzing my head. Am I crazy? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think I am. Identity crisis? Nah. This is my attempt at ego death. The older I get, the more I realize that nobody really cares. Everybody's consumed by their own worries. Here's an affirmation that crosses my head frequently. When we're young, we worry what people think of us. When we're middle-aged, we don't care what people think of us. When we're elderly, we realize nobody was thinking of us anyway. But here's the thing. No matter how hard I try to let go of the external world, I can't manage to. My negative experiences just won't leave my mind. 6 months ago, I was a new college student, starry-eyed and excited for the approaching year. I had a lot of experiences and met so many new people, but after all this supposed growth, I still feel self-conscious. Eventually, the stress of measuring up to people's expectations made me crack. So here I am, razor in hand. Even with a buzz cut, I'm still me. Nobody, except for me, is going to be genuinely impacted by this decision, or any decision that I make for myself. So yeah, the basis of my decision was a culmination of my college experiences. Maybe I hyped it up in my head too much. I was expecting extreme personal growth in a matter of months, and now that I've realized that simply isn't happening, I'm confused. I feel like I'm still the same person I was 6 months ago. This is not what I wanted. So now I'm having an identity crisis. Do you know who you are? This is a question I ask myself a little too much. It's like my identity is the lack of having one. You see, in high school, I drifted through the majority of my years with nothing. I was baseless until the end. I began to form an idea of what I really enjoyed. I found a group of friends, I made dope shit, and I even found a girlfriend. For the first time in my life, I felt like I wasn't baseless. I was confident in myself. But like I said, that was right at the end of high school. When the summer hit, my relationship rapidly deteriorated. It ended up making me less confident, but that's too much to get into in this video. The structure of high school began to dissolve, I started to lose sleep, the days were blending together, and on top of that, college is right around the corner. So the close friendships I had in high school were about to be non-existent. I had to let go of everything that was making me confident in who I was, or at least what I thought was making me confident in who I was.
Fuck it though, bro. It's your life.
At this point, I was lying to myself, telling my mind that my experiences had prepared me for college, that I was excited and ready for what was to come. In reality, I was mourning what I had. I moved in and made friends, but they weren't the same as my high school homies, and I ended up consistently smoking weed for a few weeks. Quickly, I realized this is not what I wanted out of college. I kind of retreated into my shell at this point. I became a recluse of sorts, and it was painful because it reminded me of my lost years in high school. My only friends were my roommates, and they were cool, I guess, but I felt like I was on the chopping block. I was restrained around them, almost like I had to earn their respect rather than it being given. It was frustrating because I felt like I had made an effort to find like-minded people, but I ended up being a product of my circumstances by constantly hanging around my roommates. This is exactly what I didn't want. My high school friends were finding their own way, always talking about how revolutionary college was for them. It seemed like everybody except me was growing into themselves, and here I was, regressing. I was trying to resist it, but I was becoming less and less sure of myself every day. I was constantly comparing, and it was causing my mental state to deteriorate rapidly. Eventually, the end of the semester came, and a series of unfortunate events unfolded, and I finally broke. I was so fucking fed up I didn't care. I had to do something that felt risky, like I was actually changing something in my life, like I wasn't stagnant. So the first day of break, I did it. I chopped off all my hair. Buzzing my hair was actually really cathartic. It felt like I was letting go of all the shit that I was letting bother me. I'm letting go of who I thought I had to be, or at least I'm trying to. So I guess I sort of did experience some growth in the end. Moral of the story, growth takes time. You can't force it even if you really want it. You're also on your own individual, unique path. Never, and listen to me when I say this, never compare your journey to another person's. It's a fast track to self-loathing and depression. But hey, if you're still figuring it out, I am too. So don't worry about it. You're alive. Don't think too much about anything.